everybody. Welcome to North Star Knife Reviews. Today we have what I think is a really cool knife. This is an old Hammer Brand equal end jackknife. Take a little look at it here. Looking at it, close length would be about 3.5 inches. Just a nice little knife, and it's a really good example of a pre-World War II Hammer Brand knife, and it's in great shape. I'm really very happy with that. I collect Hammer Brand knives, primarily the pre-World War II ones, and this is, I think, probably the best shape of any that I have found, that I've been able to get, at least. Very brief history of Hammer Brand knives. They were first made by the New York Knife Company out of Walden, New York. Started, I believe, about the 1880s. They started making the Hammer Brand and continued making them until New York Knife Company went out of business in 1931. The brand was then purchased, my understanding at least, is by Imperial, and Imperial started making them, the Hammer Brand knives, in 1936. A couple of different tang stamps that they used, and it's going to be a little bit hard to see. This isn't the easiest, but here's the tang stamp on this. This dates it to between 1938 and 1941. After that, they said USA down the side. So this is a pre-World War II version, 38 to 41. So we're talking about an 80-year-old knife, approximately. As I said, a nice little equal end jack, this mother of pearl, cracked ice type of look. The Hammer Brand knives, when they were picked up by Imperial, they were sold as very much a budget knife, a user, and so you often don't see them in the greatest of shape because they were cheap and people used them. You can take a look and you can see we have a shell design. The whole front cover is just clipped on. The front and back covers are just clipped on to the frame. So there's no pinning or anything like that. And the cover itself is just a very thin laminate. Not sure if it is celluloid or not. It does look like it's shrunk a little bit, so it very well may be a celluloid. I'm not sure. If anybody has an answer to that, please just drop a comment down below. I'd love to know for sure. Take just a little look at this knife in more detail. It doesn't look like it was ever carried or used. You can see how shiny the bolsters are. They don't look like they've been in anyone's pocket. And for an 80-year-old budget knife, that is very surprising. So I'm very excited to have this. We've got two blades, a Spearmaster that is looks like about 2.5, a little over 2.5 inches long. Nice little blade, little nail neck. Again, the Hammer Brand tang stamp. Fairly thin blade. It's got a flat grind. And again, pretty good shape. A little bit of corrosion, but again, doesn't look like it's ever been used or ever been sharpened, if you take a look at that. Then the secondary blade, it's a little pen blade, and again, very good shape. You've got the tang stamp on this, has the patent numbers, or patent number. No other tang stamp on the pen blade. And that pen blade is coming in about 1 3/4 inches. But again, very good shape. It doesn't look like it's ever been used or sharpened. A little bit of corrosion, but that's not bad at all given the age of this knife. So I love these old Hammer Brands. I really like the idea that they were something that was intended for people to use and that somebody would have just carried in their pocket. Not an expensive knife, not something that they would have put away, something that really would have been used by somebody just going about their daily life. See the dual back springs, both in pretty good shape. I just love this knife. Could use a little bit of a cleaning inside. Probably take care of that at some point in the very near future. But I just wanted to share this with you. One of my favorite vintage knives that I have in my collection. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.